Hi, and welcome to Richmond News on the History Channel. Today we're going to be interviewing 4 special guests on many different topics. And for our first guest, we have Republican Corey Smith.
Woo! Yeah, Corey! Thanks for having me, Mr. Newman.
We want to ask you all the important questions the public wants to know. What are your thoughts on Andrew Johnson, the Freedmen Bureau?
I'm ready for anything.
How do you feel about Reconstruction lately?
I feel that the government should be more involved in Reconstruction in the South because the same white supremacist leaders are coming back into power and creating a huge disadvantage for African Americans.
What are your thoughts on Andrew Johnson?
I and others have seen how he shows no concern for what is happening in the South and is creating disadvantages for African Americans. We have to stop him and future presidents from doing the same thing to anyone at all. We are still waiting to hear back from his impeachment, though, to see if he will resign for wrongly firing the senator.
How do you feel about the Freedmen's Bureau?
I think it's a great idea to give African Americans good education and financial support. They haven't had any opportunities like this before, so it's good to give them this so they can do well for themselves.
Alright, well thank you. See you next time.
You too.
We'll be back after these messages.
This video is sponsored by Nike. Just do it.
And we're back.
And now we have our Democratic guest, Jerry Stapleton.
Boo!
Yeah. Oh. Hello everybody. Thank you for having me on the show, Mr. Newman. It's an honor to be here.
I was wondering how you feel from freeing the slaves, especially since you're pro-slavery and white supremacist.
Well, I was definitely not happy, and I'm not happy about it now. I think it was a very bad movie because they were our laborers, and also as a follow-up law of them having to give them 40 acres plus a mule. It was a bad move. They were the South's entire economy.
Well, I can definitely tell you weren't happy about it. But now I'm wondering, how do you feel about African Americans holding Southern office?
I'm not happy about any of this with the African Americans and what they are doing to our country. They should be doing white plantation owners' labor, not holding office. So I'm definitely upset about it.
You're very passionate about this topic. For my final question, I want to ask you how you feel about the rise of the terrorist organization, the KKK.
I do support what they are doing. I don't think it's bad, but their perspectives on African Americans are very similar to mine. I think they are very good in doing the right thing.
Well, thank you for tuning in.
We'll be back after these messages.
Oh, hello there. You ever heard of A's? They're part of every student's balanced grade. Although not every student deserves an A. Not like this underachiever right here. They're for good students like John and Brennan. I think I need an A!
Shut up, underachiever!
And we're back.
And for our next guest, we have former slave, Tim Shackleton.
Thanks for having me, Mr. Newman. It is an honor to be here with my new rights and ability to vote.
No problem, Tim. The honor's mine. Now I was wondering how it felt to go from a slave to the guest of honor, and how you feel on the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments.
Feels great, really. I went from zero to hero, and the fact that I was able to get such a great job with someone who isn't a racist. I feel like the luckiest man ever.
That's fantastic, Tim. I also heard you started attending schools set up by the Freedmen's Bureau. How is it, and how do you think the Freedmen's Bureau has helped the South?
Yes, I am attending a school, and it is great. Also, the Freedmen's Bureau had a huge impact on the South's performing slaves, giving us so many new opportunities in the future and now.
Thank you, Tim, for your visit. It was delightful.
We'll be back after these messages.
It's trash. I mean, for a life, it's pretty good.
I mean, it was like decent, I guess. No, it was amazing. I loved it.
Worst project ever.
I'm gonna break your legs.
Actually, yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah.
I made a new one.
Meh. Your project's amazing, John. Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty okay. Oh, it's good. It's really good.
And we're back.
And for our final guest, we have our current president, Andrew Johnson.
Thank you for having me on the show, Mr. Newman.
Today we're going to be interviewing you on all the tough questions the public is asking. From the 10% plan to your thoughts on the KKK.
Let's go. I'm ready for anything.
How do you feel about Reconstruction in the South?
I feel that it's going very well. The South is doing very well right now, ever since I signed the 10% plan.
What about the racist laws that you in the South have created to give African Americans a huge disadvantage? Aren't you going to change anything?
I don't think that's a humongous problem, and I don't wish to change. I don't wish to force change in the South. We should be more passive with our approach to them.
And for our final question, how do you feel about your impeachment?
You said you wouldn't mention that.
I got this.
The door's locked. Help me.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
We're the Richmond News on the History Channel.
And we're back.
Yeah!
Love juice.
What's your number? Call me. Baby on the floor.
Chloe just shut.
Oh, I did.
Oh, hello there. An A is part of a good.
In the South, and this. Sorry.
Stop!